Already. Welcome back in season 2. Y'all should hear me now. I apologize. That was on even on. I even watched and prepared. Yes, the same. We are in a different season, same process. Yes, the microphone just ran by me. Yes, the lights was set up by me. Actually, I had some dope help today. Hopefully, she'll keep coming back. I won't tell y'all her name. She won't get no credit until she show up at least 3 times. I'm just joking. This is Michaela Anderson. That was my help today, my baby girl. She came and helped set up with me today, so I'm so grateful for her. And so grateful for her efforts. Y'all, it's season 2. And I stuck with it. Y'all are still here with us. I am so grateful. Can you hear us? Oh, and the mics are working, Lord. Look at God. He did it, not me. He did it, honey. I'm very much grateful for you guys tuning in and being a part of Combo with Nikki season 2. We're going to roll this thing on out. I'm telling y'all, Jennifer Hudson has inspired me. She got renewed for another season. So I know we are on to bigger and better. And I'm so grateful that people are still wanting to be a part of this podcast and coming to be a part of the couch. One of the things that I have started to do on my platforms across the board. So when I speak, or whether I am live on social media, it's a thing called a check-in. And a check-in has become very important to me. And full transparency, it has reminded me of days when I just can't deal with other people, or where I need to know and check myself before I go interact with somebody else. It is literally a saving grace. But it's also a dope awareness about who I am, where I am, what I can deal with. And it's super simple. The check-in is from 1 to 5. 1 being, this is not the best day, right? I could have had better days. 5 is, I am on top of the world. I am good. And so I'm just asking everybody that's coming in, that sees this, that's in the comments, I just want you to check in 1 to 5. You can elaborate on your day. You can talk about why you are where you are. You can just put the number. If you want to put words, put some words to it. But I also want people who meet me to understand and see, I want to know genuinely how you are. And so for me today, at this very moment, I'm really for real at like a 3.5. It's not the worst day ever. It's not the best day ever. I'm good, right? I'm excited to be here. I'm definitely, this kind of got the 0.5 extra just to be here, right here with you. And I'm super, super excited. Yes, we have housekeeping things. Yes, I need you to do some work. Some of the things that I need you to go do is super simple. I need you to go subscribe right now. Turn on your notifications. Don't miss what happens on the couch. Don't miss what happens right here. If you want to be a part of the podcast, come on. I'm welcoming people to the couch. There are things that transform in this space. So I want you to come to the couch. I want you to also like and share, right? I also want you to make sure that if it's something you like, a comment you like, share, write, give feedback. We are here. We are open to receive constructive criticisms, right? I am a believer that growth happens by people who watch you often. And I know y'all watch me often. So I'm grateful for that. And so I have a word for my commercial sponsors. And then we'll be right back with our amazing guests.
I'm Clara Presley, America's favorite career cheerleader, and I help individuals pivot personally and professionally towards greatness. Are you feeling stuck or even stagnant in the workplace, unappreciated in your household, or unsuccessful overall? I can help you create a life you want, a life that you actually love. For more information, visit ClaraPresley.com.
Yeah, that baby, she fixed that thing. She came and slid that camera right on back just the way I needed her to. And I am so grateful. Again, I just want to thank Michaela Anderson, my baby, for coming and supporting. She could be anywhere else, y'all. These kids, they don't have to be where you at. I don't care what your dream is. It's not theirs, right? And so I am very appreciative of her choosing to come and be of help for me. And I didn't have to beg her. She offered. I may have to pay her. It's going to be probably in food, but I'm going to do something. As you all can see, I now have a guest in the room. I have a guest here with me, the one and only Candice Braxton. Don't get her confused with the other Braxtons, right? Not to be confused. However, the amazingness of your life, right? Your cousins, right? The amazingness, though, of who you are supersedes that. Right? We were sitting here. And so first, welcome to the couch.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
Yes, I'm glad. I'm so glad. One of the things we sat here. So what you'll realize is when you come to get on the couch, we have a debrief and we come and talk for a little bit. But the way I learned stuff, and I just wanted to know more, and I wish we could have just cut the camera on immediately without all of the lights and whistles, just to hear who you are. What I will take away, and I'll say first is I hear serial entrepreneur.
Yes.
Yeah, like
pushed into it. Was afraid.
But
God
see.
said, you know what,
baby? But I see, and you doing it
right.
All so
grateful.
Let the people know what it is outside of, because I know y'all seen her DJing. I told her the other day I was on her live chat, and she was selling a couch and making bracelets. It's the jack of all trades for me. Right. But tell the people a little bit about what it is that you do.
So my full-time business is called DWD Lifestyle.
Okay.
Now, it used to be called Dancing with Dion. Mm-hmm. Dion's my middle name.
Okay.
But Dancing with Dion didn't actually cover everything.
It was sound limited.
Right.
Yeah, that's how the CWN
just
break
recently,
came. Yeah.
Just recently, just like a year ago or so, I said, you know what? Mm-hmm. I need to stop doing that. Mm-hmm. And change Dancing with Dion, DWD. And
got it.
Lifestyle.
I got it.
I was able just to open it up. And because it makes sense, then I can make it whatever I want.
And you do what you want to do when you want to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so we are a company that provides products, services, and information that empowers people to live a healthier life, body, mind, and soul. And so the products, the services we offer, of course, are Zumba classes, in person and virtually. Okay. So I'm a certified Zumba instructor and a certified natural health counselor. Okay. So those two certifications make up the business.
Okay.
So we do in-person Zumba classes and virtual Zumba classes. Then we have a whole line of fitness and casual shirts. So because I used to be almost 400 pounds. When I started,
I ain't gonna just skim over that. I got these shirts because I used to be 400 pounds, but I ain't. I need you to know people got whole TV series about this. You can't just skip past that, Candice. I need you.
So I was
at your highest weight. You were.
My highest was probably 30 pounds shy of 400 pounds.
Wow.
And I'm 41 now. That was probably when I was 25. I got to my highest weight. Wow. Probably around 25. And one day I just decided I didn't get a warning from a doctor. Kids can say the darndest things, right?
Right, and they can.
Right, and so one of my good girlfriends, her daughter, just being inquisitive, was like, Miss Candice, why are you so big? Oh. She said that.
So nicely.
Miss Candice, why are you so big? That didn't make me want to change. I was one that I could not fit on the drop zone at King's Dominion. That didn't make me want to change either. Just one day, back then, at that time, I was a nanny during the day, and at night I was doing in-home elderly care. So always had a whole bunch of jobs.
I was about to say, you know, I was ready to say that. You better stop taking my thought process. Yes. I was really ready to say, Lord, she ain't never had just one job.
Yeah. So, I had been taking care of the kids for several years. Mm-hmm. So for those years, their mother always had a treadmill and elliptical in the house. I ignored them for years. And just one day, the kids went to private school. And so I said, before I go pick them up from school, I'm going to cut on the TV and walk on the treadmill for this 30-minute program. I don't know why, but God just placed it in my spirit, and I did it. And I said, okay, I think I can handle this. And it just grew from there. And I ended up joining an all-women's gym because at the time, I was still having to get comfortable with myself.
Yeah.
So joined a women's gym. It was in Merchants Walk. It closed now. The lady that owned it name is Mary. So not the one we know of now, Richard. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's now closed.
Oh wow.
And so they required you to put like a pretty big chunk of money up front. So I think that helped me stay encouraged. It wasn't like the $20 a month.
Right.
It was like $500 up front.
Oh.
And then, right.
Oh,
so
it was a shown up investment.
Me. Right.
Yeah, it's something up, and not that I have anything against the free, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there is something that happens when I'm invested. I approach it different. Like, even as I host events, I'm actually having a free event. However, I'm saying, hey, invest in this space, because it's something about when you give, you show up different for it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so, as you just said, it was like I put down all this money. I better get up and go do something.
Right. Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
And so in between getting off from being a nanny and before I would go spend the night at my in-home elderly, that client's house, I would go and work out. And probably about 8 months in, she closed, unfortunately. But I had lost probably about 80 pounds just from in that 8 months. And
changing eating stuff too, or this was just
at first I was more focused on the working out.
Okay.
At first, my eating was changing, but percentage wise, working out probably because I never really did it.
Yeah.
Like if I wanted to eat healthy, my mother has a personal chef license and stuff, so eating healthy wasn't like out of my reach.
Yeah.
I could if you
wanted to.
Yeah, and there were certain vegetables I loved, so I did sometimes.
Yeah.
So, but just working out wasn't anything I ever did. So that's why I focused on that. So the children lived. So when she closed down, the children lived close to the Tuckahoe YMCA.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I think I'm comfortable enough with myself to go and join that gym. So in the process, no, we haven't got to the church yet. So joined the gym. So that woman's gym didn't have any classes. It literally just had equipment. So I had never taken a class at the woman's gym.
And the Y, you get to the Y and they have classes.
But I still, because I was so used to just equipment, that's kind of what I was still focused on for a couple of months. And then I said, okay, let me try, stretching my wings and see what else they got. And I said, well, what do these women keep on going upstairs every day? Like,
where they going?
Yeah, every Wednesday night.
They invite me either.
Yeah, at 6:30, where they going upstairs? And I looked at the schedule. I said, okay, Zumba. Zumba, okay, so cardio, dance, fitness. I said, well, let me try this out. Girl, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I said, what is a samba? What is a cumbia? Salsa.
Who signed this stuff up?
Yeah, salsa, front and back. Like, what was this? But I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I stuck with it. And I do want to make this point. I think having a gym buddy is cool, but I would say I never had one. I had to want it bad enough for myself.
You had to.
You know? And so I think it's good, but if that gym buddy can't come, you still got to
show up.
Right.
You still got to show up for you. I like the fact, I do. And so even for me, I'm not consistent on this journey. However, when I do go and when I am present, I go when I want to go. Right? Like, or when I want to do it on TV, I'm doing it when I feel like doing it. And it's something about making this your journey.
Yes.
I think you'll appreciate it a lot more too, because it's yours.
Yes.
Because let me tell you who helped you gain that weight. You. You know what I mean? I think those are the things, and you have to put that same effort in, because you didn't get to be almost 400 pounds because you ate by yourself one time, unhealthy one time. It was a lifestyle. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things I like. For you to not know, I know we're talking about your story, but for you to not know what they was doing in Zumba, the way I have watched you many a times lead a Zumba class and don't see you uncomfortable not one time, and make us feel like we don't know what we doing. What is she on? She's on the cha-cha to the left. I don't know. Where's my left at, y'all? Right? But yeah, and so what got you involved in the Zumba? Like, what made you say, I could do this?
So I realized I was really taking to it. And then the people around me started encouraging me. I started making friends and things like that in the class. And because I worked by myself for a long time, so I was never like in places. I was a nanny and I did in-home elderly care for 10 years. So I didn't have coworkers. So I wasn't like in places to make adult friends. Like talking about.
Yeah.
Like, and so
the Y was really your playground.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I was able to do that like that. And so they started, Candice, you should get certified. And I was like, You know what? Maybe so. Decided to do it. My first teacher ever was one of the most beautiful middle-aged white women I've ever seen in my life, named Margie. And she, even before getting certified, she encouraged me. She was like, "You like this song? You should make up a little something, and I'll bring you to the front of the class anyway." This was before me getting certified.
Wow.
So Margie saw something in me I didn't see.
That you couldn't see. Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying not to.
Shy. The way he lines people up,
Right.
I need people to get that there is somebody that's
Yes.
you are seen. I just did an event about this, and it was specifically for moms, but the title itself came from heart, right? Because in a space and in a world where people always see your negative and call that out, even though the little girl was very innocent, right? Your girl. But she didn't see you had a pretty smile, child. She said, because you do. That's what I'm saying. Like, she said, Lord, how you get that big?
I know.
It's the way that people call out our negative, but there are people that God specifically sits in spaces intentionally to remind you that there's something greater in the walk. Right? And the way she saw it. And then the other part is it be the people you ain't even expect to talk to. Why?
There you go.
Why you talking to this middle-aged white lady?
Exactly.
In the middle of this class.
Right.
And she
in the room, Tuckahoe Wild.
Right.
We're talking about River Road.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I don't go there. I mean, that ain't in my, first of all, I'm not driving all the way out there. But again, it's unfamiliar.
Right.
And in unfamiliar spaces,
yeah, he
had destined you somewhere.
Exactly.
Somewhere.
Allowed me to meet her, encouraged me. Several teachers. I got to this day, I got another lady named Luann. I didn't know the song name, so she would let me get on her computer before class or after class and just burn CDs of songs off of her computer. She didn't have to let me do that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And so because I didn't know the names, Luann 1, Luann 2, still in my phone, we talking about 12 years? 12 years. And I've been teaching 12 years. We're talking about 12 years later.
You've been teaching Zumba for 12 years?
September will be 12 years.
The way I didn't even know Zumba existed 12 years ago. I'm going to tell you what I was. I was probably still dancing in that club. Bojangles was probably open back then. Probably still dancing and twerking downtown.
There you go.
First of all, we won't even twerking. Yeah, we won't even twerking. Not 12 years ago.
We didn't call it twerking.
We definitely ain't call it that. We was doing something else. Whatever it was, we was doing it.
Yeah.
12 years in.
So 12 years in. I just said I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they encouraged me. Everyone encouraged me. Margie encouraged me. I said I'm gonna do it. So of course I said, well, let me go and teach at Tuckahoe.
Right.
And
as you should have.
Right. So the manager there told me no at first.
Oh wow.
Right. She told me no at first. She said, and by all rights, how she started it, it was correct. Because at the time, I couldn't have just a specialized certification. I was only certified in Zumba. She said you have to have a general group exercise certification.
Okay.
Which was, so I get it. The thing is though, so within a year or so time, 3 really popular instructors, one of them got hurt, one of them husband got sick, one of them moved to Mexico, right? So,
opportunity came.
Not yet. She hired someone, and the numbers came back up a little bit. She hired someone, and as I got to know that young lady, she told me she was only Zumba certified.
Of course she did.
I said, well, look at here. But a little bit after that, God had to send the lady that told me no to come back and tell me yes. And it made it where I was, at the time, basically maybe 1 out of 2 black instructors at the whole Tuckahoe. God allowed me to be able to help bring the numbers back up beyond what it was, especially because the people that seen me,
they knew you. Exactly. That was your playground, your swings, your seesaw. They knew who you were.
Right. Yeah. The people that seen me, they had seen, even though they didn't see me at the biggest because I already had lost 80 pounds when I came to the Y, right?
Yeah.
So they didn't see that, but they saw part of the transition. They're the ones that encouraged me. They were the ones telling her, why haven't you hired her? They're the ones that were telling her. And so, and that's kind of, that was the start of it.
The beginning of the journey.
Right. And the thing is, to this day, I still teach there. As far as, that's where I basically make no money. But, it's bigger than that there. It really helped change my life. Margie helped change my life. Those people helped change my life. I wouldn't, I think it's so important And I had to tell myself, like, I think it's important to give flowers. Like give and
Absolutely.
give flowers where flowers is due.
Absolutely.
And I've said to myself, well, why isn't that person thanking me? But I had to say, Candice, are you thanking who you complaining that somebody should be thanking you? Are you thanking the people that? So I had to put myself in check.
Yeah.
I had to put myself in check. And then so I purposely started doing posts about it, just because it's important. And so, but yeah, did that. Probably after a couple of years of, I probably taught about 2 or 3 years, and before I lost my job and started this business, I taught a couple of years. This was before going to the East End.
Okay.
I was like, okay, I needed something else to help encourage me on the journey. So that's why I had to start making the shirts.
That's what I was going to say. Okay,
yes,
so
that's why I started.
Okay, so let's talk about the shirts.
I needed to see something on my body. And
a reminder. It's something about wearing your brand. It's something about wearing an encouraging moment.
Right.
It's something about being what you wear.
Yes.
As I am wearing myself today.
Yes.
But it's something about that. It's also motivational.
Right.
I feel like, especially, I don't necessarily know. Again, I said I worked out. I didn't say I lost no weight. In a journey so heavy as weight loss,
right,
to continue to want to push,
right,
requires a something.
Yeah.
So tell me about your shirt line.
So we have probably about 12 different designs in the whole collection. The first one I designed ever, which is still probably one of the most popular ones, it says "Fit with Thickness."
Ah.
And so "Fit with Thickness" has a little curvy woman on the shirt.
Okay.
And also,
understood.
But from that to I Can't Quit, I Got Work to Do, Sweat Now, Smile Later, Thick Thighs, Good Vibes.
Well, I need that shirt even just to wear to McDonald's.
Exactly. But no, I mean, no. That's it exactly. But it's either way, right?
Yeah.
I want people to be able to wear them. You could put on your heels and jeans, or you could wear it to the gym. Like, so, it's fitness and casual.
Yeah.
And
so what does the shirt say that you have on today?
So this one is the newest one, actually. Empowered, I will achieve my goals. So,
yeah.
Because we are a company that is, everything we have, everything we give you is to empower you to live a healthier lifestyle. Body, mind, and soul.
Understood.
And so, so yes, that is why I was like, empowered is so ingrained in the business. I needed a shirt with it.
You did.
And so, and I made this. My birthday's in August, so I made this I created the last one last August.
Okay.
And so, taught for a couple of years. So it's been, let's see, I've had the business about 9 years now. 9 years. And, an example of making lemonade out of lemons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Making lemonade out of lemons. And so it can be done and you can do it.
Absolutely.
You can be done and you can do it. I, at the time, had stopped being a nanny and was doing in-home elderly care full time. Was taking care of a married couple. They were like 92, married couple, and had been working there for a couple of years. And this kind of might be kind of an even topic some of us haven't dealt with now. So their daughter, of course, ran everything, and I would get off from there and was teaching Zumba, like part-time.
Yeah.
A couple classes here and there. And so this particular year, she wanted everyone to get a flu shot. Mm-hmm. She wanted everyone to get a flu shot. And I don't do flu shots. I don't.
Okay.
I was being a nanny, was taking care of babies straight out the hospital. Never had a flu shot. And so, which might seem kind of silly to some people, right? Like, to question,
your belief?
Or no,
or to lose.
Like, to put your job in
jeopardy,
for the flu shot, right? So that might seem kind of silly to people. And so, but I prayed about it, talked to my family about it, and God just wasn't telling me to do it.
Yeah.
He wasn't telling me to do it. And I told her, came in on a Monday, what did you decide? I said, I'm sorry, I respectfully can't. I've been taking care of them for years without the flu shot, right? And they had gotten the flu shot, so it should protect them, right? But I was starting to complain, right? I was starting to complain and fuss about the job. And I had the dream of starting this fitness and natural health business. By that time, I had studied and gotten my certification.
I'm gonna tell you, it's something about once you really know what you want to do. The way where you sit at annoys you more and more. The stuff you just ain't gonna deal with. When you really get your mind focused and get vision of next.
Right.
Where you at? If it don't look nothing like next,
right,
the way you don't want to be there.
Exactly.
So now your flu shot. I don't even want monkeypox shot. I don't want nothing that y'all offer. I don't want that because what I want to do don't require me to do that.
Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, she said that was a Monday. She said, well, your last day will be Friday. She said we'll give you a week's severance pay, but your last day will be Friday. So I said, okay, Lord. Now, he placed me where he wanted to be and where I wanted to be. I just was scared to leave on my own, so he had to push me. I wasn't going to put in a resignation. He said, I'm going to have to push you. And so this is how he encouraged me immediately. It's actually my last day actually was Thursday. I didn't work Friday. So I said, okay, Lord, well, I'm teaching 3 classes. This is it. I don't know. This gonna somehow allow me to survive.
The bills.
Yeah.
Especially the electric bill like it was now, Lord.
Yeah, I'm teaching 3 classes. Okay.
Baby.
So right. So I said, okay, Lord. So at the time I was teaching at the Tucker Hawaii. Late Thursday night, I got they had put out a sub request at a little teeny at a wide, had never taught that before, right? It was still in the West End like Tuckahoe.
Okay.
Had never taught at that YMCA. I said, well, I don't got nothing to do tomorrow, so I can go ahead and sub. I'm not gonna know anyone there, and it's so last minute. Literally, it's like almost at midnight for like the 10 a.m. class Friday.
Oh wow. Okay.
Right. So, this is the step 1 to the journey.
Right.
I said. Right. So I came there waiting for the class at the door at the studio, waiting for the class before the Zumba class to finish. I'm waiting for them to finish up. And so, people are starting to come and walk up. And I'm seeing people I know from the Tucker Hawaii. I said, how did y'all know? Did y'all know I was teaching here? So one of the ladies said, Candice, I looked at the schedule this morning, saw your name on it. I texted everyone, we decided to come here. And God said, I got you. God said, don't question me anymore, child. He knew what I needed.
Yeah.
He said, don't question no more.
Do what I say.
Yeah, don't question anymore. I send people, this is your encouragement. And so you see that I can, it's not going to be an easy journey. Lord. I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
Being a full-time archer,
Yeah.
Beyonce said, if you pay the cost to be the boss.
That's what she said.
Good gracious. Okay?
That's what she said.
It is not easy.
Baby, the way people want to yell about being a boss. Because for somebody, it made some sense. For some, they think that means easy. You literally just sign up to work when you off.
Right.
Cause you not off. That's a whole nother topic I think that could consume, but I want to get into everything that you've done. So we talked about you're a Zumba instructor. We talked about that you also provide your t-shirt line. Yep. What else is there?
And then on the natural health side, I formulated a line of essential oil blends. Even though I'm known for Zumba, I really love natural health and like educating people on it and things like that. And so I really got into essential oils several years ago. And so I have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Yes, okay.
That's part of the reason why I gotten so big in the first place.
Oh, wow.
And so one of the side effects of it is it'll cause you to lose your hair and grow it on your face. Right? Yeah. So that's actually what controlled a lot of my self-esteem. Before the weight, that controlled my self-esteem issues.
Wow.
Yeah, before.
I forget about the...
Weight was second.
Yeah.
That was first. Right? That was first. Right? And so I was like, how do I help myself, get these hair follicles to grow?
Right.
And so in the research, I was, researched and started formulating. That probably was the first blend I formulated, was the Grow It Out blend for the hair.
Okay.
And the essential oils can do, essential oils do dual purposes.
I was going to say they do so many things.
Right. So it can help with inflammation while helping stimulate, making it a good environment for the hair follicles to come back alive and grow hair.
Oh, wow.
So there's 5 in the collection. Grow It Out for hair. Ease the Feeling is for pain of all types, anywhere from head to toe. Massage it anywhere. third one is called woosah, which helps with de-stress, calming and relaxing.
We should have just had some of that just open right now.
Actually, I don't. Well, these bottles are empty, but I forgot I had the bottles right here. And so,
that's what I thought. That's what you remember I said.
I forgot. So these are what the bottles look like. So
okay.
It's a 1 ounce bottle, and so woosah, you inhale it.
Mm-hmm.
You inhale it in, rub it on your chest. You know your points. These last 3 you inhale in. So that was number 3. Number 4 is think it over, which helps you be able to focus, be more alert, and concentrate. There are certain essential oils that can actually help stimulate your brain to do that. One of them is called vetiver.
Oh, wow.
It's a real earthy, woodsy one. And so, like the testimonials of me researching of one of a professor said he would actually put vetiver around in his room while the students were taking tests so they can do better. Right. And so, and that was an expensive addition to the oil, but I knew it was important.
Yeah.
And then the last blend, which is really important now, and I'm so grateful that so many people have been using it over these last 2.5 years. We know what we're talking about, right? It's called Deep Breath. And so Deep Breath, so I made it before we came into the last 2.5 years. I made it before, and so it helps with asthma, allergies, cold, sinuses, pressure.
Yeah.
But it also kills germs inside of your lungs and your nasal passage. You inhale it in, it actually kills germs and cleanses your nasal passage and your lungs. So I have had plenty of people that have tested positive using it, helping them get through it. People, nurses.
Oh, wow.
Factory workers, they were working every day, 12 hours a day.
Yes, they do.
For the last couple of years. Yeah, factory workers, police officers, just people have been using it, and the response has just been wonderful. And so that is the line of essential oil blends. And then the last thing we offer is natural health consultations.
Okay.
Natural health consultations. Have any health condition, weight loss, whatever the case is. Book it. I can know what you're dealing with, research it, and then we'll come together and sit down, and I'll go over with you in a 2-hour session of what I think you should implement in your life. So yeah.
Wow. And so this is what you do full time.
This is what I do. This is what I do full time. Now I had to adjust everything during the pandemic.
Right.
Because like I said, there was 4 parts of the business, but Zumba was 70%, and before the pandemic, I didn't have the virtual classes.
Yeah.
And so everything was in person. I literally didn't even sell anything online, really, because the classes were just so heavily populated.
Yeah.
And so, I sold the shirts in person, I sold the oil blends in person, all of that. But of course, the classes went from 4 or 5 classes a day to 0.
Right.
Yeah, when the pandemic hit.
Right.
And so it forced me, once again, grateful for it.
Yeah.
It forced me to then make a virtual program. And it's really cool. I decided to Vimeo. So Vimeo is like, it's like YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
You talking about your platform that you use?
Uh-huh.
Oh yes.
So I created an on-demand channel on Vimeo. So people just pay $11.99 a month, and they get unlimited access to all the classes. They can watch them on any device, at any time of the day, as many times as they want.
So they pay $11.99 for
unlimited access
to
at least I think there's 10 classes up there now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 10 classes up there now. So and I take out a couple of old ones and put new ones in there.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, but yeah, I think that's a great thing,
I think it's a deal. You gonna pay that at a membership that you probably not gonna go to. This right here on your phone. Right. You could do that at the job.
Or
while you mad on your TV. You put it on the
TV, everything.
You stream it whichever way you need to.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the way y'all streaming all that Netflix off that phone to that TV, the people still want their money. Right. So send her the money, $11.99, so you can do the
no contract. So you
I like
can cancel
that
anytime you want. And for everyone that's watching, all of the wonderful family of Combo with Nikki.
Come on, family.
Yes, all the wonderful.
She got a benefit for y'all. Y'all better lean into it.
Yes. So if you go and sign up now, my website is called dancingwithdion.com. DION. Dancingwithdion.com. When you go sign up for the virtual dance fitness classes, you will, and this is all on the website, like this explanation is on the website. Sign up, you contact us either via inbox on Facebook or Instagram or email us. Show us that you signed up. I will give you a discount code to get 50% off all the products. 50% off the oil blends.
50% off.
50.
Because y'all my family.
Yes.
I need y'all to catch this. She is offering, that's a crazy deal. I'm grateful, right? But the deal and the benefit, I want to buy some oil. I don't know. I want some oil for my scalp. I need to at least pay for a month. Go sign up. You get 50% off of everything.
Everything.
T-shirts?
Yes. T-shirts, everything. And, actually, Lord, I have one more new product.
Come on, new product.
So, remember.
Exclusive product, y'all.
Everything we do is to empower you on a healthier lifestyle.
I knew she was coming up with these bracelets. I told y'all she got.
So, because I started just making them, that was just on the, that was just a third side. But then I said,
she got like 30 side hustles because we
talked about DJing.
Right. We ain't even got to the DJing. Because I feel like every part I'd have been to in the past at least 4 months, she been there. And she DJing. She DJing tomorrow. I'm going to be at the event tomorrow.
Right. Exactly.
Amanda E. They're releasing that book. So excited about that. Secure the Woman's Playbook to Stability. I think that's right. Prayerfully, I got it right. I think that's it.
And if you all are in the local area.
Yeah, come on in.
Yes.
Come on in the
10
room.
p.m. Yes, so y'all should definitely stop. We have empowerment stacks.
Oh, I like.
And I'm going to give you with one of these, actually. You can choose
which one I'm going to choose?
And you can see what it says. They both say the same thing.
Oh,
it says faith over fear.
Is this purple?
Yep, that's purple.
This was for me, Lord. This was for me.
Yes. Faith over fear.
Lord, the way he sent us reminders, Lord.
Right. And so, yep, I created
this. Let me see the other one anyway, though. But I love it. Oh, my God. I'm going to show them to y'all. Look at this.
Yes.
Look at that, y'all.
So
you can't see that, chat.
Right.
You don't know if you got to see that. This green is nice. The purple is beautiful.
So 50% off of that too when you order one. Everything on the website 50% off.
Y'all better go sign up. Oh, it's $11.99. Yes. You're gonna spend that in that Wendy's line,
right?
For that food that's gonna make your stomach flop over them pants that you're complaining about.
So yes.
It is worth it. I mean, you can't get a deal like it, right? So we have done all of the natural lifestyle with WD, right? We didn't get to that, right? But there are other aspects and other things because I literally called her earlier, y'all, a serial entrepreneur, which means that it's more than one thing. And she realizes, I went to an event and they asked, as a matter of fact, it was Whitney's event, Whitney Brooks, author Whitney Brooks, the millennial mamapreneur. And she asked the audience, how many streams of income does a millionaire have? And she said, at least 6. I said, Lord, I need to go get another job. I need some more streams, not another job, but I need some more streams. And the way he is showing me my streams, and y'all gonna find out later. I'll tell y'all some secrets I can't wait to expose later. I'm so excited about my bracelets. But tell us a little bit more about how did you get into DJing?
So I thank God for it because that really held me down during this transition.
Yeah.
When everything changed. But so one of the main here in Richmond, Virginia, one of the main classes that really kind of put me on the map was the class in the East End, rented a hotel ballroom.
Yes.
And so I had invested in really nice speakers in there because it was so big.
Yeah.
And people assumed that the speakers were the hotels at first, which made sense.
Right, you in the space I done rented, at least they can just give me a speaker, Lord.
Right, because they used to have parties there anyway. So
always.
People assumed that it was a hotel ballroom, but when they started realizing it was mine, they were like, well, the first person that asked me was like, yeah, my cousin's son is graduating. They need a DJ. You play all different types of music. You got the speaker. Can you just hook up your computer and play it? And I was like, you know what? I probably can. Right? I was like, you know what? And so I had everything, the scratch / mixer board. I had everything else. So I went back to Sam Ash, which had my Sam Ash card where I got the speakers from, and got that and played with it for a little bit, and I just started teaching.
I just started
and
teaching. And she not in the
Never
other
had a
part.
lesson. Never had a lesbian.
I'm gonna tell you one of the things I will say about, because I've been like I said, at a few events. I'm not saying compare her to Grandmaster Jam or none of those things, right? Or any other, but you are in your own lane. And that is what I appreciate. She doesn't walk in the event with dope chains on and a hat to the back, attempting to be anybody other than your authentic self, right? And what you offer is an authentic experience for those that invite you into the room. And I've seen you with some dope entrepreneurs right here in the city, right? And so he continues to lead you in the spaces because I think actually every event I've seen you at, it was in support of another woman in entrepreneurship. Right. Dr. Chantel Chambliss, I saw you there with Dress for Success. Whitney Brooks, Lisa, and her in the backyard yard sales that have like completely gone crazy. Every space, right? And so it really speaks to this woman of confidence. And as we talk about your journey, I want to kind of go back and piggyback off of something that you talked about, which the weight was a thing, was a heavy place, right? But there was stuff breaking down for you in confidence before that, right? So with this illness that you have, how did you overcome a space of believing that you were enough? Where did you get to in that space?
So, probably I just had to, I had to start believing that I am who God said I am and not who I think I am, or who I think I'm afraid everyone thinks I am. Right? And so, so for me, like I said, PCOS, there's much more, because it's cyst in the ovaries, polycystic ovarian syndrome and all. And thankfully, as I started losing the weight, almost all of the symptoms gotten better. My neck used to be a lot darker than my, that's another symptom.
Oh, wow.
My neck was darker than my body and my face. Because that deals with insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is a huge part of PCOS.
Oh, wow.
But everything got better, but the facial hair got worse. I'm like, everything else could have got worse.
As a matter of fact, you could have gave me a black neck. Took away this hair.
Right.
Yeah.
I started wearing wigs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I was grateful for losing the weight, for sure. But and I'm grateful to be able to say this out loud. I've only said out loud, in social media a couple of times. But a huge fear was being afraid somebody thinking I was a man, because of.
So you get that much. So
I could grow a beard. I back then I could grow a beard in a day. Like that's how bad it was.
So I've seen the spaces. I've seen like pictures, and I've also seen some footage and videos. And I have a friend or two who has, but they work so hard on keeping it down. I've never seen the worst case, and so I and living with those spaces, yeah.
And so that was always weighing on my mind. And unfortunately, we know our hair, they were ingrown, so I couldn't just shave. I had to, take the pin and pick it out, and then pick it out with the tweezer. So it was like 2 hours, a 2-hour process. So somebody said, hey, it's 7 o'clock. Somebody said, hey girl, at 9 o'clock, we going to the movies, you want to go? I hadn't started my face, it was no going. And so that controlled a lot of my life. That controlled my thought process.
Oh, wow.
And that controlled my self-esteem, which was the pits.
Yeah.
It was the pits. And so, I was grateful for losing the weight. And, I was grateful for losing the weight. And I just had to really start telling myself, I knew what God said about me, but I had to start reminding myself and believing it. Like, you are a masterpiece created by Him. Fearfully and wonderfully made. Believe it, Candice. Believe it.
The reminder.
Yeah, you have to believe it.
Yes.
So
Talk is a real thing.
Right. Like I had to really start telling myself that. And my low self-esteem controlled a lot of crazy things I did with men. Child.
Baby.
Baby.
You ain't baby.
Child, and I'm like, and thank God for His grace and His time,
grace and freedom, and the freedom to realize that I am greater than that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so
when we talk about the thing, so we realize that you are a serial entrepreneur. We realize that you do a lot of things, right? And one of the things I will have to say is that we realize that you do them well, right?
Appreciate it.
You are seen, right, in those spaces. My thing or my question is, what's next?
Wherever it is, I would like to be able to have a building one day.
Okay.
I think because of, I know this is a ministry, starting kind of like doing classes in a bit of a different formula.
Okay.
And looking for a space for that, like within whatever church God connects me with, to be able to really grow, like doing almost like it would be like international music and then like upbeat, fun praise and worship music, right? And so like literally just that, because I still love, I love the African and Latin music. So like those
the way
two
she got
things,
music songs you ain't never heard of before,
right,
and
right.
you be dancing, honey.
So,
yes, you do. Yeah.
So yeah, like making like almost like my own program.
Yeah.
Like that.
So to create your own program.
Yeah, create my own program, a building, and just I did 23 goals for 2023.
Okay.
So I did 23 goals, and so just a certain percentage rise up in the number of subscribers to that, just of course everything done in excellence, but a rise in everything, all sales, being able to connect with the correct salon owners to see if they would like to get
some of the oils,
right. And so connections like that.
Absolutely.
And because it's different, I want to piggyback off this real quick, and so I'm grateful for that the pandemic made me change everything.
Right.
Because when I was starting to say before on the show, you all please don't be like me, right? So I'm gonna go just for a second into health.
Okay.
Right? I was doing 4 and 5 Zumba classes a day before the pandemic. Yeah. I was doing 4 and 5 Zumba classes a day. First of all, nobody needs that much cardio a day. And I was getting zero recovery. And I wasn't DJing yet. I wasn't DJing as much. But I was doing the shirts and the oils in between, trying to deliver everything else like that, driving all over the city, trying to teach the classes, and I was killing myself.
Yeah.
And so in my journey, I've been smaller than this. And so I developed something called adrenal fatigue. And it is a stress condition. You heard of cortisol? Mm-hmm. Cortisol is our stress hormone, right? And so we need cortisol. So cortisol and adrenaline, our stress hormones. If the lion busts through this door, we want our adrenaline, cortisol
to show up. Yeah, I need something to show up.
Right? Amp up and get us out of here.
Get us up out here. Yeah.
But a lot of us, and I was living my life like I was being chased by that lion 100% of the time.
And won't nobody coming.
Yeah. And so it was never once we escape the lion, we probably get sleepy, and that is the recovery.
Right.
I had no recovery. And so my cortisol went through the roof. And even though I was teaching the 4 classes a day and all of those things, it actually started, I have gained weight because of that. I've gained weight because of it. And I've been very open about it because, number one, some people don't be like me.
Don't be me.
Like the recovery is important.
It matters.
I couldn't say no. Back then, everyone can't teach it. Can you come here? I've been able to teach in prisons to everywhere else, and I was saying yes, but I wasn't using the wisdom.
The power of no.
Right, and to find the balance.
Yeah.
And so, the pandemic took that away from me, all of it away, which was a stress in itself.
Yeah. What you mean? Where did that go? Right.
Which was a stress in itself. But then God showed me this, He showed me, first of all, you need it, and I'm going to show you how you can now make money without killing yourself doing that.
Yeah.
And so now I'm in the process of, telling people about it. And a lot of us are dealing with, like, adrenal issues. stress formulates different in everyone.
Absolutely.
This is what happened with me.
Yeah.
And it's a real thing. Some people didn't believe me. Girl, you probably been no. I ain't been eating pizza and cupcakes. I do eat cupcakes sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
When you want it,
but yeah,
right.
But no, it really came from overworking. I'm not recovering. I'm not lying. This is a real thing.
I think the other part, not just in relationship to your journey, but also in relationship to the entrepreneurship journey, also in the operation of parenting journeys, that rest is essential.
Yes.
Right? Rest is essential to your progress.
Right.
Right? We get so focused on the progress that we forget that you have to rest to be your full aware self.
Right.
Right? And so I want to encourage those who may not, you may be like, that don't fit me because I ain't working out. But if you working your tail off for that job and you ain't took a break, or if you working yourself off for this business and you haven't taken a break, if you have found yourself chasing all of the kids that you got and you haven't taken a break, if you found yourself working in ministry and I'm a minister and I'm doing God's work and you haven't taken rest, you are out of order.
Right.
You are out of order. To a person who may be watching and they say, you know what, I really want to get into being an instructor, or I really want to get into DJing, or I really want to get into entrepreneurship, period. What would you offer them?
Number one, believe that it can be done. Mm-hmm. Believe that it can be done. I said it earlier, sometimes we got to take the leap and grow the wings on the way down.
Yeah.
Or on the way out.
Yeah.
Take the leap and grow the wings, during the process. If you want to get into the fitness world at all, have yourself covered. It is vitally important. Specific, just, I guess anything, right? Because we want like the doctors that operate on us to be studied up and have all their certifications.
Absolutely, to know. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So if you want to be in the fitness world, I know a lot of us are tempted at, I've lost weight and I've really did well at working on myself and doing my own training. I can just train people. I'm going to encourage you, get the certification.
It's beneficial.
Get your CPR and first aid, possibly get liability insurance. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and dot your I's and cross your T's. It's important. I had to pass a background check to teach at Philip Morris. People ain't playing.
Right.
I've had people, I was teaching at Mount Gilead. I had a lady pass, boom, pass right out, right in the middle of the class. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so I've been there.
Right.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've had to experience it. So, whatever you do, I'm especially in fitness, I know might be tempted. I could just go ahead and train people. Go ahead and get the certification.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead and do the work. Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead
and
get
the certification.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Right, but in whatever you might be doing, because if you're making jewelry, not only you gotta take a class.
Right.
I didn't take a class to make the jewelry, but if you can,
nice beads too.
Right.
I'm just nice heavy. I'm sorry.
No.
I'll tell you about
but if you can, invest, like we said.
Yeah.
Invest if you can. Invest, or if you can find free stuff to be able to help educate you, go ahead and do that. But yeah, make a plan. Write things out. Find people that can encourage you.
Yeah.
Listen to podcasts. Go to YouTube. All of those things. And believe in yourself. And know that if God has put it in your heart and it's not leaving, know that if God put it there, He will make a way. If God placed you there, He will make a way. And that is probably the foundation. That's the foundation. If God put it in your heart, that way will come.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way will come. And even me having to change my business when the pandemic happened, when those classes went to zero, God made a way. He had people, the very last people, right? Really, the last people I thought that would have really had my back. I used to teach a class of all 70 plus white women, right? For many, many years. We got along well. I didn't know it was going to work out that way. But we got along well. So, unfortunately, I haven't seen them since, unfortunately. But they started, Candice, we know we just going to be paying you like we still coming to the class. They mailing me checks, mailing me stuff and mailing me things, mailing me payments.
Provision.
Several of them actually sent me the whole stimulus check. So if God put it in your heart, He's gonna make a way.
Come on. That's
It's
the
just
word.
that.
I feel like we should just close out and take an offering. Before we go, how do people get in contact with you? If they want, first of all, how do they get in contact with you on social media and things like that? But also remind them of how to get access to this $11.99 a month, and then you get 50% off of everything else. I feel like that's just a deal.
So on Facebook and Instagram, the page is DWD Lifestyle. That's Facebook and Instagram. All of our testimonials, everything is up there. Information, like I said, everything we have on those social media pages, you add it to your life to empower you to live a healthier lifestyle. And then the website with everything, the whole store, everything you need is Dancing with Dion, DION, like Celine Dion, dancingwithdion.com. Everything is up there you need. And you can contact us through email. There's a phone number up there as well. Inbox us if you have any questions on Facebook or Instagram. All of it's available.
Candice, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for coming to the couch. Thank you for reaching out to me in the middle of an event, honey. She DJing. That's how good she is, y'all. She's good at that thing. Look, I need to talk to you. All right. I was like, well, go ahead on. Finish your but thank you for trusting me. Right? Thank you for trusting the couch to share. I am also a believer that God don't make mistakes. Right? I will tell y'all this. This is our, I think, 8th episode total. This is our 2nd season, and everybody that comes to the couch shares something that I gained something from, or that there's a story that connects to other people, right? So when we're talking about your self-confidence and how it plays out in your decision making and the things that you do, but then the bottom line that most people have on this couch, and I'm not telling you that if you're not a believer you can't come to the couch, because you can. I welcome everybody, right? But the believers who came realized that there was a path set up just for them.
Right.
And He does all things well. Right. And He has, and the thing I want y'all to leave with today before we go is He has no respect of person.
Right.
Right. And so when I say that, I'm saying it in a space of, which means that I'm sorry, y'all. I know I gotta try to figure out what stuff at. If He did it for me, He'll do the same thing for you.
Right.
If He did it for her, He'll do the same thing for you. And then He has given us all our own measure of faith, right? And our own measure to our greatness, right? So I'm not going to promise you that all of us about to be millionaires. I can promise you that all of us have a destiny. All of us have a calling. All of us have a purpose. And once you activate the purpose and walk in the vision, He's already made the provision. You just got to take the step, right? She talks about when she jumped out, when she leaped, there were wings that showed up. If you know my story enough, you know I said I jumped off that porch and that moon bounce has continued to keep me. Whatever your analogy is, I just dare you to trust the opportunity to your next. Until next Friday, I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for being a part of the couch tonight. And I'll see y'all next week. Peace.